I would have crowned the city as mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. In top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city as mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Two of the throw right away. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Tua now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Connor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in their early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Mostert is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Again, it's Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Now Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead. He was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here's Mostert, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
From the gun, it's Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down to about before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage.
Okay,
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Ready?
To throw, it's Lance.
And he finds Tyler Kroft.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40.
Lance throwing out wide for Samuel.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Christian Wilkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a 1st quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter.
Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Tua getting this out to the flat. Mostert finding space at the 40. Down the right sideline. Inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Lance now to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the gun, McCaffrey. They find some open field here. There he goes, left side. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 41 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Tua sets up to pass it. And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Bo Melton
with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Lance going to throw.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards.
Here's Lance to throw it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for the decision. A good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
Touchdown! George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to have it here just past the 25. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Lance gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Lance now on 1st down. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 catches in the 1st half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Now Lance. Over the middle, and he's got Gray.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
McCaffrey will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Again, McCaffrey.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the 49ers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals, they have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and of course on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's able to find Melton.
30, past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Bo Melton
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins have answered back with a third quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
That strong return is setting him up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 45-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. Finding space at the 40.
The 40. 20. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle.
78 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Lance's throw caught by Gray. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On first down, Lance.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
And Lance now to throw.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Play action, now it's Tua.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points up.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa
Keeping it himself from 5 yards out.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's Lance.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Lance looks to throw again. That's complete left side to Gray.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30.
Lance going to throw.
And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Let's go now. Black shot. Blue, go. On the ball. On the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Lance now on 1st down.
And my goodness, another interception. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Here we go, set.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. And they take a knee.